Hey everybody, welcome to Soul's Purpose Podcast. It's Ellie Marie, and this is just another update video. I'm gonna transition into story time videos. I'm actually gonna do everything all at once because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here on my channel, and yeah, I'm just gonna have fun with it. I'm not gonna overthink it. And that's what this is. That's what this creative process is about. So I won't be too hard on myself. And I thank you for bearing with me. And if you're even watching this, thanks for hanging out. But I want to update you guys before I go into story time because I don't want to give too much away in this video because I want to give you some story times so that you can understand where I'm at now. If that makes sense. But I did a video the other day about dealing with difficult people, and I wanted to give you an update on that. It's kind of still ongoing because I haven't been able to talk to that person yet because they're not here. But I will resolve that when they come back, but I want to tell you where I'm at with that. So, you know how I talk a lot about introspection on this channel and about self-reflection and looking at the parts that we play, which sucks and it's annoying to have to do that work, but it's really important because that's how we grow. That's how I grow for myself. And I thought about, I've had some time now to think about where I'm feeling with everything. And if you didn't watch that video, if you want to get the full story, you can watch it. But the real gist of it is that in doing my spiritual work, I surround myself with people who are also, working on their ascension, and their spirituality is important to them. And I was working with somebody, and the first mistake was I put them on a pedestal and forgot that even someone who's doing the spiritual work for years and years can also falter, because we're human. And just like any normal person does, because I am only human, I took it personally when this person lashed out at me. Even though it was over nothing, really, it was a miscommunication. Things like that happen. But I just wasn't expecting this person to lash out at me in such a, livid, angry, and I've never seen before, manner, right? And especially since I was so apologetic and just, really owning my part in, even if it wasn't even really a mistake, it really was just a miscommunication that happens. But, and then to be shut down with, I don't want to hear sorry. If I hear sorry one more time, I've never seen this person be that angry before. But, as time has passed now, I've come to think about the situation and talk to other people who are also working on their spirituality. And they brought up some good points, why am I holding on to this resentment? And as hard as that may be to hear, especially at the beginning of this, I was like, ugh. And that, I thought about it some more, and it stems from my childhood, like all of us, of not being heard or not being validated, not being taken seriously. And coming from a history of violence, I never felt like I was important to begin with. And so just being invalidated and being lashed out at can be triggering for me. Can be, and that stems from my childhood. And that is something that I work on every day, really, in my interactions with people. That might also be why I'm such a good avoidant. And I have a lot of the best time on my own because of the self-soothing, learning how to self-soothe as a very young child, growing up fast, gaining my independence. It's funny how when you sit down and you self-reflect and you think about how all the things in your life have impacted you to make you become who you are now. And I think about all that stuff, and I'm just really grateful that I have grown and matured, and emotionally matured and spiritually matured to be able to be like, oh, okay, that's what I went through. Those are my lessons. What can I take from them? This is why I act like this certain, at certain times when things don't go my way, or if someone gets angry with me, and this is how I respond. It's just when you can take a step back and do that reflection, it really helps with growth. It really helps with growth. And it just makes me remember that there are no such things as a big deal. There's nothing that is so important that should wreck my life, or that should wreck my mindset, or that should send me spiraling, because there's nothing that is so important that I need to do that. Nothing really, ever. Nothing ever. Anyway, so getting back to my part, I thought about it and I was like, yeah, it comes from my childhood. It comes from not being validated and all that, and making me out to feel like I'm insignificant and unimportant. And then even to take the high road and be like, you know what? That's okay. Because I didn't lash out. I didn't lash out back at this person. I didn't get upset. I don't know. In that moment, I'm telling you, my higher power took over. Because if it was old me and my Aries would come, my double Aries, forget about it. I'm sure you can resonate with that, especially my fire signs out there. Bad tempers. Hi. But yeah, I didn't do that. And I'm proud of myself. And in the moment, I think it was also shock. It was like a lot of shock. I was like, I can't believe this is happening. This person did it in front of other people. And I was like, wow, I guess the shock helped for me to not lose my shit in the moment. But I remember going home and being in the car and almost crying about it. I felt so sad about it. But yeah, it's been a few days now, and I've talked to people about it who are also spiritually fit people working on their ascension. And someone brought up actually a few of them brought up this good point. They were like, did you even consider that if this person can lose their serenity like that perhaps they're spiritually sick too? And that just threw me off, and I was like, oh my God, they are also sick. They might have something going on with them that's making them be this way, that's making them forget their principles, forget to turn their will over, forget to practice what they preach, essentially, or not preach, but that they practice for themselves. And sometimes I can forget that even though I do spiritual work and I do that with you, don't think for a second that I'm perfect. I am not. I deal with this stuff every day, just like you. And sometimes I'm not perfect. Sometimes I mess up. Sometimes when I'm feeling down and when I'm feeling sick, spiritually sick, I can forget those things. And in that moment when those people told me that and I thought about it, I was like, damn, I didn't show any grace. I got upset. I took it personally. I thought it was all about me. I didn't stop and think for 1 second what this person might be going through for them to react this way. And it was humbling. And I like being humbled because it reminds me, this is my avatar. And here I am in this beautiful game. I was chosen. I was selected to come here, just like you were, to play this game. And what kind of experience do I want to have? So it humbled me. That being said, though, they did also talk about protecting my boundaries and letting this person know that that's not okay. So that's where I'm at. I'm thinking about how to have this conversation with this person, and I want to speak out, speak from the heart, be vulnerable, because that always helps, and have grace. And yeah, what's the point of this video? Just to share with you that I get tested just like you. Even though I read this stuff on in tarot every day, several times a day with you, it's not always the easiest to remember and then to practice it. So what I work on nowadays is to practice turning my will over several times a day. And what does that mean? That means when I think that I'm in control and I got it down, I know what I'm doing. I don't really, because who am I? I am just a person in this game. But if I tap into God within me, to God consciousness, to source within me, to the universe, the creator within me, my higher power, then I'm tapping into that consciousness that I forgot I had when I came here, that you forgot you had when you came here. And turning my will over means I'm not running on my own self-will. It means I'm turning my will over to a power that's greater than me, that will guide me and lead me on a better path than the destruction that I am used to causing on my own. So yeah, if you got anything out of that, or if you're dealing with anything similar, let me know in the comments. Just want to tell you about that. And then the next video, I'll do some interesting story times. You are probably going to like those. It's about time. I got some good stories for you. Anyway, yeah, if you like this video, let me know in the comments. Give it a thumbs up so the algorithm knows it's not a bum video. I appreciate that very much. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.